Shedeur Sanders just went #1 in the draft, and the New York Giants have made the boldest move this franchise has seen since they selected Eli Manning back in 2004. The Giants held the top pick after finishing the 2024 season with a 3-14 record, the worst in the NFL, and they used it on the Colorado quarterback, who threw for 4,134 yards and 37 touchdowns in his final college season. This is not just a roster addition. This is the Giants planting a flag and declaring that their rebuild has a centerpiece, a 22-year-old signal caller out of the Pac-12 who has been one of the most scrutinized and talked about prospects in recent draft history. The scene at the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin was something you had to see to believe. Commissioner Roger Goodell walked to the podium inside the Lambeau Field atrium, and when he announced the pick, Shedeur stood up in a custom suit, embraced his father Deion Sanders, and walked to the stage with the confidence of someone who had been preparing for this moment his entire life.
His mother, Shedeur Sanders, was in the front row wiping away tears.
Deion, the Pro Football Hall of Famer inducted in 2011 after a legendary career that included 2 Super Bowl rings with the 49ers and Cowboys, had coached Shedeur at both Jackson State and Colorado, and now he watched his son enter the league as the top overall selection. You're watching Sports Flow, your daily dose of everything sports, where we break down the biggest stories, and this one's got it all: a young star, a historic pick, and a team looking to make a statement. The Giants have not won a Super Bowl since February 2012, when they defeated the New England Patriots 21-17 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. That championship feels like a lifetime ago for a fan base that has watched the franchise cycle through quarterbacks and coaching changes with little to show for it. Daniel Jones, the 6th overall pick in 2019, was released mid-season in 2024 after a string of injuries and inconsistent play, and backups Tommy DeVito and Drew Lock filled in for the remainder of a lost year. Now Sanders steps into a situation where the expectations are sky-high, but the slate is clean. Shedeur's college resume is stacked with production that translates. At Jackson State from 2021 to 2022, playing under his father's coaching, he threw for over 6,000 yards and 40 touchdowns across 2 seasons in the SWAC. He completed 67% of his passes as a freshman and raised that number every year. When Deion accepted the head coaching job at Colorado in December 2022, Shedeur followed him to Boulder, and in his first season with the Buffaloes in 2023, he threw for 3,230 yards and 27 touchdowns despite playing behind an offensive line that allowed 52 sacks. That sack number was one of the highest in the country, and yet Sanders still posted a passer rating above 150 in the Colorado system. His pocket awareness and release speed became his calling cards during the pre-draft process. His 2024 senior season at Colorado was where he separated himself from the rest of the class. He cut his interception total down to just 8 while pushing his touchdown count to 37, and he led the Buffaloes to a 9-win season and a bowl appearance for the first time since 2020. He won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, given annually to the nation's top senior quarterback, and he finished in the top 5 of Heisman Trophy voting. Pro Football Focus graded him as the highest-rated passer in the draft class, noting his accuracy on throws beyond 20 yards and his ability to manipulate safeties with his eyes before delivering the ball. The Giants' front office, led by General Manager Joe Schoen and head coach Brian Daboll, spent months doing their homework. Schoen reportedly attended 5 of Colorado's games in person during the 2024 season, including the Buffaloes' rivalry matchup against Colorado State in September and their regular season finale against Utah in late November. Daboll, who helped develop Josh Allen during his time as offensive coordinator in Buffalo from 2018 to 2021, sees similarities between Allen's raw athleticism and Sanders' ability to extend plays. During the Combine in Indianapolis in late February, Sanders ran a 4.65 40-yard dash at 215 pounds, showing mobility that NFL Network analyst Daniel Jeremiah called elite for a quarterback his size. One of the biggest questions heading into the draft was whether the Giants would trade the pick. Reports from ESPN's Adam Schefter indicated that at least 3 teams, including the Tennessee Titans and the Las Vegas Raiders, called the Giants to discuss a trade-up package. The Titans reportedly offered their 4th overall pick plus 2 future first-rounders, but Schoen declined. That decision tells you how strongly the organization feels about Sanders as their franchise quarterback. They were not willing to accumulate draft capital and gamble on finding a different answer. They wanted this specific player, and they were unwilling to let him go. Sanders now inherits a roster that, despite the ugly record, has some genuine talent around him. Wide receiver Malik Nabers, the 6th overall pick in 2024 out of LSU, caught 78 passes for 901 yards as a rookie despite inconsistent quarterback play. Tight end Daniel Bellinger has developed into a reliable target over the middle. The offensive line was overhauled in free agency, with the Giants signing veteran guard Robert Hunt to a 5-year deal worth over $100 million, the richest contract ever given to a guard at the time. On defense, edge rusher Kayvon Thibodeau, the 5th overall pick in 2022, recorded 11.5 sacks last season, and linebacker Bobby Okereke quietly graded out as one of the top 10 linebackers in the league according to Pro Football Focus. The NFC East is a gauntlet, and Sanders will be tested immediately. The Philadelphia Eagles, who reached the Super Bowl in February 2025, returned Jalen Hurts and nearly their entire roster. The Dallas Cowboys still have CeeDee Lamb and a defense that ranked in the top 10 in points allowed. The Washington Commanders, led by second-year quarterback Jaden Daniels, the 2nd overall pick in 2024, won a playoff game last season and are trending upward. Sanders will face all of these teams twice a year, starting in September, and his development will be measured against the quarterbacks in his own division as much as anyone else in the league. There is also the Deion factor. Shedeur's father is one of the most famous athletes in American history, a two-sport star who played 14 NFL seasons and also suited up for the Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati Reds, and San Francisco Giants in Major League Baseball. Deion's personality, his primetime persona, brought a level of media attention to Colorado that the program had not seen since the Rashaan Salam Heisman season in 1994. Now that spotlight follows Shedeur to the NFL, where every snap, every press conference, and every off-field moment will be amplified. Shedeur has said publicly that he is comfortable with the attention, telling reporters at the Combine that he has lived in the spotlight since he was 14 years old, and it does not faze him. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, will be the stage. The Giants share that venue with the Jets, and both franchises have been searching for stability at quarterback for years. The last Giants quarterback to start 16 games in consecutive seasons was Eli Manning, who did it every year from 2005 through 2019. Sanders wearing number 2 in Giants blue is the image the franchise will build its marketing and identity around heading into the 2025 season. Single-game ticket prices for the home opener have already surged on the secondary market, with StubHub listings averaging over $400 for upper deck seats, a figure that is roughly double what they were at this point last year. The draft night handshake between Sanders and Goodell was more than a photo opportunity. It was the beginning of a new chapter for a franchise that has 4 Super Bowl titles in its history, one in the 1986, 1990, 2007, and 2011 seasons. Giants fans have been waiting over a decade for a reason to believe again, and the front office just handed them one. Whether Sanders can carry that weight and deliver results between the lines is the question that will define the next several years of football in New York. Training camp opens in late July in East Rutherford, and all eyes will be on the rookie quarterback when he takes his first snap as the Giants starter. Subscribe to Sports Flow to stay up to date on all the latest news and analysis, and to follow the Giants' journey as they look to build a winning team around Sanders.
Next video, we'll be breaking down the 3 plays that lost the game nobody noticed, and we'll be analyzing the impact that Sanders could have on the Giants' offense.